Well, we got some big news. Shane Waldron has been fired by the Chicago Bears. Let's get into it. First, we're going to look at Waldron's tenure. He had 9 games, 4-5 record, was bottom 10 in the league in every offensive stat, eighth in red zone. So that's surprising, but we didn't get in the red zone much. So a lot of that probably has to do with Roshan Johnson. Two 30-point explosions, 6 games under 20 points. The lone game not fitting in either of those categories was the Rams game where we scored 24. Two back-to-back games, these last 2 games, have been under 10 points, which is the reason he got fired. Thomas Brown will be his replacement. His resume, while he coached 9 seasons in college, I just have Miami up there because he was the offensive coordinator. He was an RB coach most of these other roles. 2020 broke into the NFL as an RB coach, later became the assistant head coach of the Rams. Carolina, he was the offensive coordinator and handed play calling duties after the coach got fired. He was Chicago's passing game coordinator until today. So if you look at his resume at Carolina, the 10 games he called, weeks 8 to 11, 13 to 8, and the parentheses are what the team averaged when he wasn't play calling. And these should be expected to be low because the coach had been fired. So it's already a team in disarray. So take these with a little grain of salt. 2-8 record, 0-8 the previous time. He had 11.4 points per game compared to the 18 that the previous regime had. About 250 yards a game, down from 290. 140 passing yards, down from 190. 110 rushing yards, up from about 100. He had one 30-point game. Previous regime had 0. 9 of his 10 games were under 20 points, 5 of them under 10 points, compared to only 4 out of 7 and 2 out of 7 for the previous team. And now, I know this looks bad. He's probably the best you're going to get as a midseason offensive coordinator replacement. But if you have a look here at the NFLPA's player poll, the top 5 offensive coordinators, he was listed as number 2. So clearly the players like him, even if he hasn't shown yet on the field what he can do. That Panthers team was awful. There's a reason they gave us the number 1 pick. So let's see. He's definitely not a long-term solution, but I think he can tide this team over for now. We'll see you next time.